All right, it's time for some Lerv in the morning, and things are heating up here in the Portland Metro, and it might be time to add some of that sizzle to your relationships.
But when it comes to intimacy, especially with a newer romantic partner, it could be a little intimidating to maybe go beyond your personal limits. So joining us now to dig into the issue is certified relationship and marriage coach Jennifer Blaine-Cool. Good morning.
Good morning, Emily and Travis. Thanks for having me.
Glad you're here.
I'll give my little disclaimer again. This is a relationship advice segment.
It's a bit of a spicy question.
So I'm going to tap dance for a moment. If you have some younger kiddos at home, you might want to usher them into another room for this conversation. Okay. So today's question comes in anonymously. They write, I met a man who I fell head over heels in love with. However, he's pushing the limits in the bedroom. I'm a little nervous that I'm not going to be enough for him long term. So I think, the question of what do you do if someone is a little more vanilla and their partner's a little more of a chili pepper?
Oh,
how do we handle this?
This is a great question.
I'm trying so hard to keep it appropriate for morning television.
This is a spicy question.
But you get my gist, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
On hump day and everything. Yeah.
Perfect.
Anyway, am I allowed to say that?
Oh, yes. This is great. This is great.
So I really appreciate this question. This is a common scenario. And I don't mean to confetti you right now, but I want to start with what's good about this problem. It is often greater than you think when you have an uneven interest in the bedroom, because if one person is the spicy one and wants it and is motivated in that way and the other person's not, that is a far, far better situation than both parties not. So not trying to overrun, strategies and concrete ways that you can really tackle this, right? But at the same time, I think that's a good starting point because you're in the trenches of it. It might be human and normal for you to kind of forget the goodness of the problem. So I want to start there. Secondly, you both deserve love here. If you are feeling a little less motivated in the bedroom, that is legit, and you deserve empathy and compassion around what those reasons are and what your true comfort levels are. Your spouse, who's the spicier one, also deserves love. He deserves empathy and compassion around his spicier motivation level. You both really owe it to yourselves and your awesome love life to make sure that you openly talk about this, as we've talked about in previous sessions, in a non-triggered way. Like you really want to have this as an isolated, loving discussion about
not in the heat of the moment,
right? Not in the bed.
How does this conversation change, though? Because I think maybe we should pull the question back up again because it sounded like this was a pretty new relationship,
right? And
versus
they are
a
concerned about long term,
right? But all in all, a new relationship versus maybe somebody who's been married for 20 years.
That was something
That's a great
I thought
point.
reading that too. I mean,
It's true.
every relationship is going to change over the course of 5, 10, 20 years.
Absolutely. Great point. I'm glad you said that. So my ears and heart are hearing, you both are in that, loving stage. You're both excited. You both really like each other. You're worried about, maybe not holding up to his expectation of you in the long run. But to both of your points, goodness gracious, I mean, you're in a much different stage early on than you will be 6 months from now, a year, and certainly years from now. And as we all know, not only do many parts of your relationship evolve, but certainly your sexuality behind it.
Sure.
So living in the present moment, appreciating where you're at today and even this month is important because, especially with a new relationship, I mean, things can change. But also, again, I don't mean to confetti you when I say appreciate that you have a partner that wants you that bad. Again, not glossing over that this can create discomfort and that you don't deserve complete nurturing around what you're comfortable with.
You want someone that's going to, have that communication so that they're ready when you're ready, that they're not pushing you, right? If it's a situation where they're saying, I don't know if this is enough for me. You should do X, Y, Z. Like, then that might be, if it's being leveraged in a manipulation kind of way,
Yeah.
that I don't like. But if you're
Right.
just still trying to kind of figure each other out, I mean,
Yeah.
nobody wants to order the same thing off the menu every single time they go to the restaurant. This
lot-
could be good for you.
A lot of food allergies today.
I don't know what that says about me, that all of my double entendres are food related.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The unevenness can
Yeah.
really lead
It's a
to
good
a
thing.
lot of advantage.
Yeah.
You know, you both can work towards a middle ground where you both can gain a lot.
Don't
You
let
know?
it make you anxious right now.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, it's a very common question, but you know, I have to admit it's a struggle to answer a little bit without a little bit more detail.
Yeah. Well, always appreciate you coming in,
Struggle
Jen.
to
Yeah.
answer it in a way that the
Yeah, I'm
FCC
starting to
might
sweat
be
a little bit.
okay
The
with.
FCC won't let me be. All right. Well, yeah, Jen, always appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me.
And you can always send us a message right now to the Coin News AM Extra Facebook or Instagram pages. Your question may be answered right here on the show, and you can remain anonymous.
That's right. Excited to see what you're cooking up next. Send
Oh,
us
there
all those
you go. My
questions.
gosh.
Okay.